Lafayette Strong. NewsTalk 96.5 KPEL.
Joining us on the phone, we're happy to have the newly elected governor-elect John Bel Edwards with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Rob and Bernie, and all the listeners out there. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning.
The pleasure is all ours for sure. Yep. Earlier this week, we covered the press conference that you had with current Governor Bobby Jindal to talk about the cooperation between his administration and the transition team to sort of transition to the new administration. How's that going?
Well, it's going well. And look, there are challenges, but the challenges relate mainly to the calendar. If you just look at the election on November the 21st and then the inauguration on January the 11th, that's a very short period of time, but then you have three major holidays between those two dates as well. And so we're working very hard. We're making good progress. And you know, I'm excited about the direction that we're heading with the transition. And I believe what we're going to do, for the state of Louisiana as well. And the administration is very much cooperating and they're accommodating our requests for access, for information and that sort of thing. So that's certainly helpful.
So you have to start looking at maybe the big issues that you're going to tackle and maybe put priorities on which ones you're going to go after first, which ones need the most work. If you had to make a top three list of the things in our state that really need the most help, really need to be fixed going forward in your administration, what would those be?
Well, first of all, it's the structural budget deficit, because for 7 years we've had revenue shortfall and not just in small amounts, and it's projected again for the 8th straight year. And that prevents us from investing in all of the critical priorities that we have in Louisiana, whether it's higher ed, K through 12, healthcare, transportation infrastructure. I mean, you name it. We're not investing wisely. And so that's a real problem. And then the other issues that we have sort of stem from that. But I will tell you that the cuts largely over the last several years have been focused on higher education. And I believe that is problematic. Education really is synonymous with opportunity. And if we're going to make sure that our kids and grandkids have an opportunity to get a great education, find a good job, have a rewarding career, we've got to do better in the higher education area. That means we've got to stop the annual double-digit tuition increases, and we've got to increase our state general fund investment. But you can't do that with the revenue shortfall that we've been having over the last several years. So we've got to fix that structural budget deficit. So those are the biggest things. I will tell you that we're going to focus also on healthcare and making sure that we get the benefit of our federal tax dollars, so that they come home and provide healthcare coverage for the working families in Louisiana as opposed to what's currently happening, and that's $1.6 billion a year of our money going to 30 other states so that their working families get health care coverage, and the reimbursement dollars flow to their hospitals, doctors, and clinics. We're going to fix that. And look, we've got a lot of work to do, but I am extremely excited and bullish about the future of our great state if we will all work together and tackle these challenges in the short term.
You know, much has been made of the federal government and its role in the current problems that the oil industry here in the state is facing. A lot of families, even here in this area, have been directly affected by layoffs and other things brought on by the tumbling prices. As one of the most profitable industries in the state, if not the most profitable, what steps are you going to take to get these people back to work?
Well, first of all, it is a critical sector of our economy and the national economy. We have over 300,000 jobs, I should say, that are tied to oil and gas. Now, I will tell you there are times when the administration has not been helpful, and whether it relates to the moratorium or the Keystone Pipeline or other decisions, I have been at odds with the Obama administration. But the biggest problem is the price of oil right now, and it is a world commodity. I don't believe it's fair to say that that's a result of anything the administration has done. But that's just the reality of the situation. And of course, the industry is going to come back. We hope that it happens sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Because that directly relates to the first issue we talked about, and that's the revenue shortfall that we're experiencing. But it also is more important than that because it's the source of income, and it's the livelihood of so many people in Louisiana. And so we have to nourish that industry and make sure that it remains strong and profitable to the maximum extent possible. And I'm going to work with the leaders of oil and gas industry to make sure that we do that.
So it was a whirlwind, almost a year that you were on the campaign trail. I know we've talked to so many elected officials who have been through it and know the sacrifice that your family has to make, that you have to make to do that, and your current job. How are they treating the fact that you were elected? What are they looking forward to, and how will they play a role in how you govern?
And the question is about my family?
Yes. I mean, how are they reacting to the whole thing?
Well, first of all, my family has been terrific, and certainly my wife and my children. My wife was, with me every day and working extremely hard. And the only time she wasn't with me is if she went somewhere so that we could cover more ground. And she is a wonderful partner to me, and my children are excellent as well. But one thing that a lot of people don't know of, I've got a large family. I've got a sister and 5 brothers and a lot of nephews and nieces, and they all worked extremely hard around the state of Louisiana. And I'll tell you, we are excited, and I will tell you that the role that my wife is going to play is she is a public school teacher, and she is going to make sure that I understand what's going on in the classroom, and that I stay grounded and talk to educators around the state of Louisiana as we move forward, and we don't leave them out of the mix when it comes to fixing our problems and addressing the needs in K through 12 especially. And
especially the needs for young families who go next door to Texas because of the jobs, because of the education system. Do you think Louisiana can compete? Since you brought up education, can we compete with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, we can and we will. We have no choice. But we also have a situation where, in many cases, the jobs that are being created in Louisiana are being filled by people who come in from Texas. And I mean, we love our Texas neighbors, but we got to put ourselves first. And we got to make sure that we are offering all of the job training and skills training and certification and the education here in Louisiana, so that the opportunity that's created here is opportunity primarily for our people.
Great. Well, our Governor-elect John Bel Edwards, we appreciate talking to you. We hope to keep the conversation going on, have you back regularly here. We do a feature called Lafayette Live here. We'd love to do a Louisiana Live and talk to you regularly, maybe monthly, just for what issues are facing the state and what strides you're making. We're excited to watch it happen, and obviously I'll have the best hopes for the future of our state.
Well, thank you so much. I would like to do that, and I'll put my communications people in contact with you and see if we can do that. If not monthly, we can come up with some sort of schedule and make sure that happens on a regular basis.
Great. Well, thanks again, Governor-elect John Bel Edwards. We appreciate your time.
Thank you,
and Merry Christmas to you, Rob, and to Bernie.
Yes, you too, sir.